Sagittarius, hello. I'm sure you love my hair right now because I absolutely, positively love it so much. I hate my hair, I really do. Like, this is the point in my hair growth where it's just, you're really just not compliant. Kind of the same with beard growth. Once it hits a certain length, it's just unbearable. For a different reason, though. My hair just. This. Beard just gets really itchy at a certain point, and then it stops being itchy. Alright. Let me stop rambling and jump into your reading. However, are you starting off the week of the 18th through the 24th? Only just occurred to me that this week ends right before the tree day. Okay. I'm not much of a holiday person. But I guess happy holidays to those of you who are. Okay, starting off the week. What an energy to go into this week with. Well, what the heck, Sagittarius? Readings have gone so smoothly up until yours. It's not even that this is like hard to read, this is just a lot to unpack. You're kind of like okay, the vibe you're giving me is sort of one where you are, I don't know, let's look at this like nations, like early civilization nations. Hey, I rhymed. Let's say you've built up, not like super early civilization, but let's say you've built up your kingdom. You know, your castle walls are super guarded. All the walls are manned with archers and whatnot. As far as nations goes, you're kind of like impenetrable. Ain't nobody gonna touch you. Nobody can do it. But even though you're there, the power hasn't gone to your head. Like, yes, for you, it's yes, I'm very aware of the fact that like I am nation number one. I'm like the best nation right now. But that's not gonna stop me from. It's kind of like rather than just trying to hold on to your number one position, you're not even seeing it like a competition. You're kind of seeing it as, well, now that my nation's already kind of awesome, let me go and help the one that's like the least awesome, and then help the one that's the second least awesome. And you just kind of want everybody to be on the same page as you. You want everybody to be in the same boat. Okay. When I said a lot to unpack, I meant a lot to unpack. Ugh. Okay. And so it continues. Okay, you're there. It's like You are there physically, you're showing up, you're helping people, you're trying to make everybody the best version of themselves, but you're not quite there emotionally yet. It's like you're doing these things for it's like you know it's the right thing to do, but your heart's not really in it. You are getting it there. Like, you're working on it. You're working on, like, fixing your inner world to match what you're doing externally, just not quite there yet. I have no idea what the heck you're on about, Sagittarius, but I'm not a Sagittarius. That'd be my sister. You ever get that, like, your eyeball twitches? I hate that. Out of, like, I mean, I get that feeling all throughout my body sometimes randomly. Not super often, but when it happens in the eyeball, that's just the worst. I'm off on tangents today. Okay. What's going on in your inner world? I almost forgot what this section of the spread was about. Okay. I think internally you're kind of at a point where you're sort of just over it in a good way. What I mean is, it's kind of like you're accepting the fact that, yeah, crappy things happen, and they're going to happen to me, but I don't have to focus on those things. It's sort of you're specifically choosing to focus on the areas of your life that you can control, that you can make sense of, that you can improve upon, rather than being hung up on the past. Woohoo, I almost messed up my shuffle. Alrighty, how about our past? What's going on back there? Well, that's not a bad past. Ooh, my neck hurts. Ah, that's better. Okay. It's not a bad past, but it doesn't mean it's easy to read. That seems to be a common theme with you this week. Not being easy to read for. It's just really vague. It's kind of hard to read vague. Okay. It looks like you had to deliver some news. I don't think it was necessarily good news per se. Not good for the other person. Doesn't mean it wasn't good for you. For you, sort of, once you got this out in the open, once you actually said what you needed to say, it brought you a lot of comfort. Kind of helped put you at ease, took some pressure off your shoulders, sort of like a like if you were trying to paint a really nice painting and then the painting just painted itself. I don't know. Like I said, Sagittarius, you're not easy to read for this week. Aries and Leo were super easy. You're being complicated. I guess that means my sister's being complicated. I don't know. I don't really talk to people very often. I am not up to date with what's going on in my family. Okay. How about later on, first half of the week? There we go. Thank you. Being a little bit easier on me. I think at this point, the first half of the week, this is sort of where you officially make peace with those areas of your life where, again, you don't have really any control over them. And again, they're not bothering you. It's okay, I can't do anything about them yet. So rather than choosing to stay stuck and focus on these things, I'm just going to do what I can elsewhere. Maybe these things that I can't control, I'll be able to later by just doing all the other things that I can. We move on. How about the second half of the week? I wish I could give you more, Sagittarius, but unfortunately, your reading for the week is just vague. Maybe it makes more sense to you. It makes no sense to me so far. Okay. Second half of the week. Okay. Second half of the week would lead up to Christmas Eve, so if you celebrate Christmas, you may end up having to sort of feign interest. Like, oh, wow, thank you. I love it. I'm sure we've all been there. If that's not the case for you, if holidays aren't really your thing, or, I mean, maybe they are, maybe this just isn't applying to a holiday. It could just be that you end up receiving an offer that you're less than enthusiastic about. It sort of feels like it just kind of comes out of nowhere, and yeah, you may have to let somebody down. Hopefully gently. Now hiccups. Come on. Alright, what's motivating you? What's keeping you going? Okay. So I guess this actually kind of puts the rest of the reading into perspective for me finally. As far as what's keeping you going, it sort of feels like if I just keep going, if I just keep looking, eventually, sooner or later, at some point, something has to work, right? Love reading, maybe? I don't really try to focus on anything specific, but maybe. But it kind of feels like You're just gonna keep trying until something finally works. Although your approach to it doesn't seem to really change much. You kind of just keep throwing yourself about this in the same way. Okay. I don't know. Maybe it works. Maybe it will work. Maybe it will work at some point. But externally, what's going on outside of us? Okay, yeah, again, goes back to two things I just said. Love reading and not being interested. It looks like you definitely had an opportunity recently. Someone kind of, hey, here's some flowers, and nah, dude, I'd rather be alone. Like, for one reason or another, you didn't want what they had to offer. Which is fine. There's someone for everyone. Itchy eye. Hopes or fears? Hopes and or fears. Hopes. I think you're kind of hoping that you can just continue to do things the way that you've always done them, and sooner or later at some point things are just going to work out. Which isn't a bad thing, I'm going to say that. Like, if the way that you've been doing things is you, if that's like who you really are, if that's what, if that's yourself that you're putting on display, then yeah, you should continue to do things that way, and hopefully things will work out for you. Okay. Sagittarius getting this vague ass reading. I like it when I have stories to tell. But this time it kind of just feels like this is for you and not for me. I don't get to pry. I want to pry. I like the information. I'm hearing all your secrets, damn it. What's the outcome? Okay. Well, for the time being, hopefully this changes soon. For the time being, it kind of looks like you're kind of just gonna have to just keep thugging it out, essentially. I don't really see anyone coming in to like help take the burden off of your shoulders right now. For you, this is kind of just a period of alone time. Just focusing on yourself. I think, honestly, I kind of get the feeling that if you were to throw yourself into a situation where you were with someone else, be it romantically or not, again, this feels like a romantic reading, but I think if you were to throw yourself into, say, a relationship, it would actually end up hindering you more than helping you right now. I think, just for right now at least, your focus should be on what you can do on your own. Just sort of be patient and wait. I believe me, I know, I get it. I used to be like that. Waiting for the right person to come along is unbearable, and being told that you'll meet the right person when it's time is incredibly frustrating. But this is always what I use every time I have to tell people to wait. Would you rather receive $10,000 right now or wait a year for $1 million? Okay, so I'm just gonna do nothing for the next year, and then, hey, look at that! I have $1 million. Now I'm gonna like put, I don't know, half of it. I'm focusing too much on the money aspect. You get what I'm saying? Okay, I almost forgot to do your oracle card. Let's get you a mindful message. That sounds about right. I can't shuffle at all. 17. That's the number I'm getting. It just kind of popped up out of nowhere. 17. Oops. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. My own energy. I love being there for family and friends while staying true to myself. I don't let others' energy or mood affect my own. To help a friend in a hole, I don't need to jump in the hole with them, simply reach out a hand. It's up to them to do the rest. Okay. So, don't jump in any holes, Sagittarius? I'm so immature. Alright, Sagittarius, that was your reading for the 18th through the 24th. That's like the third time I've had to look over at the calendar. I hope it resonated. If it didn't, no worries. It's not part of your story. If it did, I hope it helps you with the week ahead. Until next time, God bless you. Jesus loves you. Peace be with you.